quit until the clock stops, and never die out until your heart drops. Success will separate you from the have-nots, and have all of these haters at your neck like an ascot. You could do it too, young world. I remember being exactly like you, young girl. Oh wait, you could do it too, young man. So you'll be fine as long as on your own too you stand.
My Little Pony. Today, what are we doing today? Today, what are we doing? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, Mama's got pink hair. Pink kind of coral. I was going for more of a coral, but this is what came out and I actually love it. It's good. What do you guys think? Yes, yes. Well, I like it. So anywho, today we are doing a full face. I'm showing you guys everything like foundation, blush, contour, finishing spray. That's it. That's what we're learning, and I'll kind of breeze through the rest of it. So if you want to learn how to get this look, keep watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat under the Pout House, Instagram under the Pout House, Facebook is just Kelly Maxwell. I think that's it. I don't really do Twitter because I just don't understand it, but maybe I'll get into that. Instagram. Okay, my sweet little babies, the very first thing that we're going to do is pin back those luscious locks. After you have moisturized your face and you have let that dry, we are going to go in with our, of course, our It Cosmetics CC Cream Foundation. I love this foundation. You guys know that I love this foundation. I feel like I have tried every foundation, and this one is the one for me. I just put a little dab in the palm of my hand, and then I go in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I just take that brush and dab it directly into the foundation, and then just start applying it all over my face. The idea of this is for it to look like your skin. So I take it, just pushing it into the skin really lightly. I go all over the face except for the eyelid. I do have to be very, very careful when I start going around my nose and my upper lid, right above my lip. For whatever reason, it will look very cakey very quickly on me. So after I've done the whole face just about, I will then take whatever foundation is left on the brush and go over my nose and over the top of my lip. It just looks cakey very, very fast, and I'm doing this with a very light touch. I am in the shade Light in this. I am in the shade Light in this particular foundation. I, once again, just with a very light touch, I'm going over this area. And when you come to your jawline, you're just going to go slightly under the jawline to make sure everything blends. Next, we will take our, sorry guys. Next, we will take our Real Techniques Beauty Blender. And I use my Beauty Blender dry. I used to use it wet, but I feel like I get better results with it dry. So I just take it, kind of pressing it into the skin, trying to make it look more skin-like. After you feel like you have it all blended, I go in with the NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Chantilly. I take it all underneath the eye. Some people do a V underneath the eye. I do not feel like I can do that because I have bags under my eyes, and for whatever reason, I'm assuming because this is a lighter shade, it reflects light, it just only enhances the bags. But I do take it out towards the temple to give me kind of an eyebrow lift, like an eyelid lift, so to speak. It just makes me look more awake. So I do this under both eyes. And now we are getting ready to look like we are wearing some serious war paint. Yes, girl, it is our war paint. I take it from the very top of my ear, you can see there. I run it all the way to the side of my mouth, and then I run it down along the sides. I do this because this will enhance the cheekbones. It is kind of my way of contouring. Like I said, just again at the top of the ear, and I run it all the way down to the corner of my mouth. I do the same thing on each side. Now, having said that, usually when people contour their face, they go
up the bridge of the nose, but I cannot do that because I have larger pores, and no matter what I use, it always sets the pores, so I just avoid that at all costs. I take the very same beauty blender and just lightly dab, trying to blend all of that out, but very careful to keep that sharp line that we made from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth. I do kind of fade it out, just blur it a little bit, but we want our our jawline to be very prominent. Once you feel like you have that properly blended, we are going to use the pointy end of that beauty blender and very, very lightly, we are just very lightly going to tap under the eye. If you tap too hard, you will end up taking a lot of your product off. So take the pointy side of that beauty blender and with a very light touch, very light, you are going to lightly just blend all of that in until it looks seamless. Now that we have all of that blended in, we are going to go in with our Makeup Forever Micro Finish Powder. I like this powder because it's kind of a translucent white, so it doesn't change the shade of the concealer that we just put in. I am going to put that on with a Real Techniques setting brush. I like this brush because it's kind of flat. Make sure that you also get this powder on the tip of the brush. Dab it off, it will choke you. Sometimes I put this on and I have to cough because that powder just gets everywhere. So just very lightly, you do not want to do this with a harsh touch at all because then it is going to mess up your concealer. Next, we are going to go in with my Makeup Forever brush. One side is a contouring and the other side I use for blending out powder. So in the top of that Makeup Forever lid, I just take a little bit, I just put a little bit in that lid, swirl my brush through it, and go all over the face, just still being very light-handed around the under eye area, because if you use a heavy touch, this will smear your concealer. What am I doing? I'm being crazy. Yes. Now I go into my Kevyn Aucoin. I am using it's called the Sculpting Powder and Blonde Brow. It is my favorite to contour with. I am in a love affair with this shade, y'all. It's so good. So I am using the contour side of that brush. I do love this brush. I think it is number 158. I will be honest, it is pretty wore off. I think it's 158. I always try to go from the top of the ear to kind of the middle of the cheekbone, and I always blend upwards. I never blend down. And then I take that same brush and I kind of squish it together, and that is how I contour my nose. I'm doing it with the very same shade, the Kevyn Aucoin shade. And if you are anything like me and you don't have a very noticeable jawline, girl, now is the time to fix it. This is one of my very, excuse me, one of my very, very, very favorite things to do to define a jawline. You're going to take that very same contour brush and you will go from underneath the ear, make sure you get it underneath the ear, and go all the way under that jawline and blend a little bit downwards. You will be amazed what this will do for your jawline. Get that jawline, girl. I am next going to take my bronzer. I am using Too Faced Sun Bunny. I swirl it around in both colors. I start along my forehead. The shade is a little red for me, but it is what I have right now, so I am using it. And I just blend, blend, blend. I do go all the way down my temples, and I kind of use it as a blender for my blush. So I go along the cheekbones, blending in where I contoured, so we don't have a really harsh line there where we contoured. And I just keep blending it. I go all the way down the cheekbones, and a lot of the times I will go next to my nose. I have just found that when I get natural sun on my face, I always end up getting red there. So for me, that is a very, I can't even talk today, guys. It is a very natural look for me to go right there next to my nose. After you have contoured and you have your bronzer on, I like to go in with a highlighter. I am starting out with this Mally. I really love the set. It is called Mally Effortless Airbrush Pure Light Highlighter and Pretty in Pink Blush. And this is the brush that came with it, which I love. One side is very dense, which is the side I'm singing to you guys. Do you love it? No? Just me? Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is go in with this highlighter. As I put this highlighter on, it just wasn't strong enough for me. I need the aliens to see me, you guys. Sometimes I'll use it for a softer look, but I just decided, you know what, Jaclyn Hill, you are the bomb.com, and I cannot get away from you. Yes, girl. Yes. We need that highlight. I just love this highlighter, guys. It is amazing. I have found that all the highlighters from, I'm not sure who makes that line. I will link it below, but they have one called the Mary Luminizer. I will find out and tell you guys. All of those highlighters are amazing. And then I do take that up on the bridge of my nose. I like to do this instead of the concealer because it does not show my pores. A little bit above the lip and right on the chin. And after you have highlighted to perfection, you are going to go in with your blush. I am using that same Mally set and using the blush. I love this blush. I start at the apples of the cheeks. I do go up a little bit and try to blend that in with my highlighter. I found that doing the highlighter first and the blush second makes them blend really, really nicely. No harsh lines, guys. We do not like harsh lines. And I do take this along my forehead as well. And then I put it on the tip of my nose, and I will also put it on my chin. I just feel like this really gives me a very warmed up and healthy look. This is the only thing that I own by Mally, but I absolutely love it, and I want to try more of her products. It is an awesome line so far from what I can tell. The very last thing I do is go in with a setting spray. This one is made by Tatcha. I ordered it online. I got it because it is what Kim Kardashian uses, and let's face it, she is gorge, so I needed it. I only use this on a day that I feel like I will not be sweating because it is very dewy, as they say. So the other one I just showed you is the one I use if I feel like I'm going to be sweating. It is the Urban Decay Chill. It is my favorite. Now just a really, really quick run through of how I finish off my face. Then I will go in with my eyebrows. You guys can go check out my eyebrow tutorial. I just go through and do my eyebrows until I'm pleased with that. I am now just carving them out. You guys, like I said, you can see all of this on how I do it on my eyebrow tutorial. After we do that, of course, we are going to prime our eyes to get them ready for our eyeshadow so it will last all day long. I got these Real Technique brushes, and I just really love them because not only are the prices really great, but the quality is really great as well. You guys have heard me say that, you know, brushes are really expensive, so I love Real Technique brushes. This brush I'm using here is made by Makeup Forever. I do always use it to blend out my eyeshadows. Then I'm going to go in with my mascara. This one is made by Dior. I always try to do my bottom lashes first before I put my fake eyelashes on. Sometimes I forget, but they can really get stuck in the eyelashes, so try to do them first. Can we even talk about those eyelashes? Oh my goodness. Can we talk about the shirt?
That looks good. My hair color is on point. I love leopard print. Are we digging the new background? Are we digging it? It's pretty amazing, right? Mama loves some leopard print. Story of my life.